did you interview Marlo Mike specifically to get at Boosie?
No.
Or was that just an important story for you to tell? Because you and him have a bit in common.
No, what it was, I didn't have no contact with Marlo Mike. I was asleep. I got up and got a text. It was my co-defendant, OG Blabber. He was like, hit me up. I just gave Marlo Mike and the homie Tootie your phone number. I said, well, yeah. I said, all right. So I called. I said, what's going on? He said, nah, man. He said he wanted to meet you. He wanted to meet me. And I talked with him. I told him you had been asking about him, talking about him. So they going to call you. I was like, all right. So they going to put my number on the thing. He said, yeah, they're going to put it on. They're going to call. So when he called me, I was like, what's up, man? Let's do something. And we was talking. I was like, I said, look, I don't want to get into your case. I don't want to talk nothing about Boosie. I don't want to get none of your personal stuff. I want to talk to you as a person to see where your head at, so people can see that you have changed, or if you haven't changed. I want to get into that part. And then plus, I didn't want to mess with his street stuff because I was like, I know it's going to be somebody want to do a big interview with him, and I don't want to mess that up for him because he'll be like, well, you already gave Gangsta the story. So that's why but it wasn't nothing, because Boosie don't pay me no attention no more. Boosie, like, he know, he didn't put me up there, put me out, so it's like, man, I ain't stuck in gangs, keep my name out of his mouth, I'm going to keep his name out of my mouth, So, it wasn't, because if it was, if you think about it, I would have been asking him certain questions about Boosie. Do he send you money? Is he there for you? How was he on the street? Was he scared? Was he like, did he give you all, I'd have got into more in-depth stuff that people really wanted to know and hear. But like I said, I didn't want to mess up for him a bigger interview.
But he got life, right?
Right.
So if he does a bigger interview, it's still going to be over the phone?
Yes.
Unless something miraculous happens?
Yeah, it's going to have to be over the phone.
I mean, how do you look at that situation? Because it's like, if you believe the version of events that is basically like documented in a whole shitload of different YouTube video documentaries, Boosie ordered a load of murders, enlisting young-ass dudes from his area to do them, and then somehow managed to basically avoid all repercussions from it. It's pretty miraculous if that's actually how it went down. And I know Boosie like goes hard saying that that's not, and these videos are inaccurate or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I find them pretty convincing when I see it, when you see some of the evidence, when you see the tattoos of Boosie, who you want me to kill next, or whatever the fuck people got tattooed on them. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around how this is all just not true. How do you look at that?
That when you in them streets, he's connected to the gangsters. You connect to a lot of stuff. So even if you sent one hit, they're going, because this is a lot of stuff they been putting me with. I was out of town, gone somewhere that they lie on, So it just what Boosie so happened, he been in Angola, been in death row, charged with the murder. So now, you know what? Let's just put a flock of bodies on him. And sometimes that stuff don't be true. So a lot of time, Adam, if I can't make content off it, I don't really be studying or following those guys. Because I really used to be in the street, so a lot of stuff don't excite me.
Right.
But I know if I can, like I said, if I can make content and my views, the people who follow me want to hear that, I might try to dab into it, but I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Right. When Swamp Stories put out the video about you and they did like an original interview with you for it, how did you feel about being called Birdman's evil hitman in the title? That to me was a little bit over the top in terms of as far as titles go. Evil is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
Yeah, but see, there's the thing. A lot of people know my character now. At one time, it was true, but I get it, the clickbait. I get, people want to hear and, that kind of stuff. So I was cool with that. I ain't have a problem with that.
Right. It's just got to kind of feel weird for you sometimes to have people be so fascinated by that part of your life, or do you just completely understand it and it doesn't bother you?
No, it don't bother me because I don't live it no more. And I guess people like, I'm not in the streets, but what I like is you was in the streets and now you are preaching to the youngsters. I got children or I got nephews and cousins that want to hear your message. So I just be like, all right, cool, what's up? Thank you for the support.